we are going to use these icons as they are. That will mean we have to incorporate, or we have to add an SVG on React Native. So how are we going to do that? Okay, we are going to use Expo. There's this package. Okay, this is an Expo page, documentation page. There is this package, React Native SVG. We are going to use it. Okay, I have already installed this. Okay, where is the installation? Okay, I have already installed this package. Okay, let me just show you how would you go about it. First, you will have to stop the development server. On Windows, press Ctrl+C, and then from there you will install this, okay, this package. And then when you are done with that, we are going to follow these instructions as they are. Okay, we need to import it. Okay, let's just quickly check here. Okay, in the usage. Okay, as you can see, guys, we are going to use our own SVGs. Okay, so the component that we're going to use here, mostly it's SVG, this one. Okay, so let's copy this line. Let's go back here. Since we are done installing, let's run the development server, npx expo start -c. Okay, and then we want to be here. Okay, this is where we are. And then this is our tab navigation, okay, where we can even find this icon. Okay, as you can see, guys, here is this home icon here. Okay, so instead of this home icon, we must render this icon. Okay, this icon. Now let's go back to the code, and then what we are going to do, let's first import what we're supposed to import. Let me just delete this. Okay, we are not going to use the circle and React. Okay, we are only going to use only this SVG component. Okay, cool beans. And then what we are going to do, let's copy this as it is. Please note that I'm only going to copy the function. Okay, only the function without export. Okay, and then this is going to be a function right below this test. Okay, let's have this function. As you can see, let me import this circle so that I can show you how this is, so that you can see when we are modifying it. Okay, let me import everything. And then, guys, what we are going to do, we are going to take this component as it is, and we are going to display it. So let's display it inside home here first. Okay, where is our home test? Here is our home test. Okay, let's just click enter here. Okay, we can return 2 elements at the same time, so let's wrap these elements with a React fragment, as you can see, something like this. Okay, my apologies about that. And then, guys, let's run the development server. Okay, it's already running, so let's refresh here. Okay, as you can see, guys, it's starting. So let's see what we will have on the home screen. Okay, let's see. So this portion of the tutorial will require our knowledge about SVGs. So we are going to manipulate SVGs a bit. Okay, as you can see, guys, this is what we have. Okay, but for us, we don't want these circles, right? We want icons. Okay, so what we are going to do, let me just close this. Okay, I've got an SVG icon here, which is icon.svg. Let me name it as home. Okay, let me just name it as home. Okay, so what I want to do, this is what I did. Okay, this is what I did, guys. Okay, so let me just first talk about the logic and how we are going to do this. Let me open my notes. So that I can explain some few things. Okay, my apologies about this. Can't I have a new tab instead? Kumbaya, this is what I want. Okay, maximize, move this down. Okay guys, so this is what I want. Okay, what we are going to do here, we've got icons. Okay, we've got these icons from, okay, we've got these icons. Let's say we've got this icon. Okay, and there is this indicator indicating that this is this a bell icon or this is an indicator? My apologies guys, maybe I might have missed something. If this is a bell icon, then this circle is too far. Okay, the circle is too far from the bell. Okay, let me just check here. What component is this? As you can see guys, this component is standalone, and also this dot, it's a standalone. So I would like to think I'm right. Okay, this is not the bell, this is just an indicator. Okay, let's say we've got icon 2 here, don't mind about this shape, and icon 3 here. So whenever, okay, how are we going to do this? Let me go back. I'm struggling on choices. Okay, I have to make some important development choices. My apologies about that, but this is going to help you as well. Okay, my first attempt was to have this dot on all these icons, and then I will hide it based on a certain condition. If this is active, then I will show it, and if it's not active, I will hide it. Then I'm thinking, is there a way in which this what can I say, this dot can be a coding component or a coding element? Here is the reason. Maybe now we want to put something else here instead of a circle, so that we can do that using code. If we can embed this functionality on an SVG, it will mean that in the future, if we are having some changes, we need to do exactly what we are going to do now, manipulate SVGs. Remember, we are developers, we are not SVG creators. So we need to gravitate towards solution that will make the development process simple and easy to modify. So guys, that's why my mind, I was having two conflicting thoughts, and now my mind, it's clear. I know exactly what I'm going to do. This circle, we will edit through a code. Okay, so this is what I did. I just copied this. Okay, copy CV, and then let's say you are new here and you want to know where can you get this file. Maybe it's your first time. Okay, you didn't watch the first video. Let's see, please check this URL and check this project. Okay, let me click here. This is the project that we are using. You can just click here, open in Figma. So I am going to copy this link, or let me just click. There's no need for me to open. So as you can see guys, you can use this Figma file. So back to the matter at hand. Okay, so what we want to do now, okay, so what I did is to take this SVG as it is. Okay, as you can see, it's a group of components. Okay, it's a group of items or element in it. So we need to take it as it is. First we need to flatten it. Okay, as you can see guys, it's a group of things. Okay, it's not one file. So before you export it, you have to flatten it so that it can be one file. Okay, and then what we want to do, we want to export it as an SVG. Okay, let's click here, export as an SVG, as you can see, and then export it. Okay, So I have just renamed it and I am using it here. Okay, so this is the where is that icon? Not PNG, SVG in our assets. Home SVG. Okay, I have renamed it to home. Okay, not much of a problem. Let me just minimize this. So as you can see, guys, this is the exact same SVG, right? Okay, so we don't want these circle. Okay, let's just quickly check some similarities between the code that we have here. Okay, where we are. Okay, here's the SVG component. Okay, here's the SVG component. Okay, so as you can see, guys, we've got SVG. Okay, and also here we've got SVG. The difference is this is the capital letters. Okay, these are capital letters. This one's the original one, is a small letter, so everything here it's a capital letter. Let's just check again. As you can see, the SVG is a capital letter, the circle, the rectangle, also the SVG here it's a capital letter. So these are some sort of React components. They are not exactly the same like these ones, even though they are some sort of a lookalike or a mirror image of those. Okay, so what we want to do, we need to stick to that standard. Okay, so everything is the same, but the difference is the caps. Okay, so what we can do here, we can copy this as is. Okay, come back here, and then what we are going to do, we are going to paste this as it is. As you can see, this one is green and this one is not green. Okay, the first thing that we are going to do, we are going to change this to a capital letter, change this to a capital letter. Okay, change all of this. My apologies about that. Okay, all of these to capital letters. Okay, what we can do as well, React is complaining because we must always return one file, so we can wrap this in a JSX fragment. As you can see, guys, it doesn't complain. Okay, change this to path. Okay, let's see what might be the problem. Okay, let's ignore all other things. Okay, this is not there in the SVG. Make sure we delete that. Okay, and then here the problem is we have to import path. So all of these are imported from, as you can see, SVG, Circle, React are imported from here. So we have to import path as well. Okay, now that we've only changed the capital letters, which is the elements themselves, and we have removed that, let's just save and see what we will see on the screen. As you can see, guys, we've got the SVG exactly as it is, as it's supposed to be. So what we are going to do now, we are going to remove this. Okay, we are going to remove this one, and let's only remain with this one. As you can see, guys, so we've got our SVG working on React Native. Okay, so let's go back. So what we want to do, we want to render this here instead, and when we are rendering it, okay, we want to manipulate the color. Okay, meaning that the fill. Okay, so let's dive deep into this SVG. Let's look for fill. Okay, usually it's at the end somewhere here. So let's change this to, let's say, black. Okay, a noticeable color. As you can see, guys, there's a black part here. Okay, let's change another one to black just to give you an idea. As you can see, there's also another black part there. Okay, so meaning that the fill color of these, it's this one. Okay, so since we already have a component here, what we can do here, since we are using TypeScript, we can accept a color. Okay, let's say we have color here. Okay. When, where and where are we going to use these? We're only going to use these here. So is the sizing important? I think so. Okay. So let's just also supply the size. Maybe we might want to adjust them. Okay, a little bit. Okay, and then let's type these color as string and the size as number. Okay. Okay, I'm happy with that. And then what else? Okay, we've got the width and the height. Okay, the width and the height, it's exactly the same. Let's just go check here. Are all our icons like that? Okay, the width and height is the same. Okay, the width and height is the same. So what we can do, we can have only one size here. Okay, it's going to be either it's going to be 20 or 21. And then now let's make some changes. Okay, so instead of putting this string literal here, we can use size. Okay, here, because now this is JavaScript. Okay, so we're going to use size here, and also on this 21 we are going to use size. Okay, let's check if this is working. Okay, so our tab, okay, this component according to TypeScript is going to complain. Where is it? Okay, here's it. It's telling us we need to assign the size. Let's assign a bigger size. Okay, let's say we are assigning it. Before it was 21. Now let's make it okay. What is this complaining? Oh, also it's complaining for color. Okay, not a problem. Okay, we are not using color at the moment, but let me supply it. Okay, let it be empty. Okay, this is the one that we already used. Now let me make this 60 and let's see. As you can see, guys, now the icon is becoming bigger based on the size. And then in terms of color, let's make sure also we are using color. Okay, so where there is fill, we are going to put the color here. Okay, we're going to put the color here. Okay, and all of these we are going to put the color here. Okay, let's see, it's fill equal to, okay, fill equal to color. I can just copy this as it is. Okay, okay, now the color, it's some empty string. Since the color is an empty string, it defaulted to black. Let's see if maybe we can put red here. As you can see, guys, the color is changing. We've got red there. Okay, so let me try to zoom in. Can I do that? Okay, let me just use my phone to check. Okay, no, everything is fine. Okay, the color, it's fine. It's exactly as we want it. Okay, so guys, now we need to find a way of making our lives easier, because now everything is in the same page, of which it's not supposed to be like that. Okay, so let's create a folder where we are going to have our what can I say, our icons. Okay, let's create a folder here.